So if you think that was a unique game, and I got another number for you that's amazing. It's the first time in NHL history a team has been up by 3 goals, gave up the lead, and still won by 3 goals.
Wow.
So you saw something that's never been seen before last night at Ball Arena.
You know, there was some craziness throughout the NHL yesterday. I saw the Montreal Canadiens had a total of 9 shots on goal. They didn't have a single shot on goal in the second period of their game. They still won that game. So some crazy things were happening day and night. What can we take away from that? I'm going to guess, although our predictions, D-Mac, have not been great so far. Last Thursday, we sat here, he and I, and agreed that the Nuggets would win last Thursday night and win again on Saturday. We won't go there. I'm going to go ahead and predict again. We will not see another high-scoring game like this the rest of this series. I mean, they're really going to buckle down, don't you think?
Considering we've never seen a game like this, it's hard to predict it'll happen again. No, I doubt it. I think the style of the Wild is so different than the Kings. Listen, the Avs were off for a good chunk of time. And to Minnesota's credit, you know, they had just gone through an exhausting series with Dallas. No, I think it'll even up. But they are a really good team, the Wild. But so are the Avs, and it's a lot of people are saying this should be the Stanley Cup final. These are the 2 best teams left in the playoffs, and it's hard to argue that.
You know, D-Mac, what does a high-scoring game like this do mentally for both teams, not just for the Avs, but also for the Wilds?
You know, they were pretty calm about it afterwards, and John Hines, their coach, were like, we're not worried about it. We'll adjust some things and it won't be hard. In fact, Jared Bednar said exactly the same thing in terms of the problems that they had, that they were relatively easy fixes. So nobody was freaking out when it was tied at 5 going into the third period. Naz Kadri told me that there was a calmness in the locker room, that everybody was fine, not a big deal. And Scott Wedgwood told me when I asked him about it that mentally he just took it like one play at a time. And, you know, that's sort of cliche, but he wasn't really fazed by it. So we apparently were the only ones freaking out the entire game.
It was just the crowd freaking out and everyone watching that game for sure.
Yeah, Wedgwood was allowed to have one bad game this playoff run, right? I think his teammates said, hey, go ahead and put up a stinker tonight. We'll score enough goals to make it okay.
He hasn't given up more than 3 goals in a game since like March. It goes back to January when he had that's right. And he gave up more goals last night than he did in the entire Kings series. But whatever, you win, you win.